Hi, I'm Cassandra Duncan with foodgizmo.com, and today we're making one of our most liked recipes on our Facebook page, which is a Bacardi Pina Colada cake. This recipe originally called for a layer cake. Because I'm taking them to a party and these are much easier to handle, I've converted these into cupcakes. Now these contain almost 2/3, or at least 2/3 cup of rum, so there's a lot of rum in here, not for kids, and think twice about getting into the car if you eat a couple of them. Very strong, but very delicious. And hopefully you'll enjoy this recipe, and for more recipes like this, check us out at www.foodgizmo.com or like us at Facebook.com/foodgizmo. We'll start off with the things you need to make this pina colada cake. The first thing is 1 box of classic white cake mix, 2 boxes of instant coconut cream pudding, but since they didn't have any available in my local grocery store, I'm just going with the instant French vanilla, and I've also purchased some coconut extract to give it the coconut flavor. You're going to need, of course, the Bacardi, a dark Bacardi, a 1/3 cup for the cake and a 1/3 cup for the frosting, 4 eggs, 1/2 cup of water, 1/4 cup of oil, and to top it off, some shredded coconut. So we have the ingredients for this Bacardi Pina Colada cake. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is open up this package of white cake mix. Add it to the bowl. Go ahead, I'm just going to make a little divot in here. Add my 4 eggs. Add the 1/2 cup of water. Add the 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. That's my dog barking out there. I'm going to measure out a 1/3 cup. That's about right. Of dark rum. And I'm also going to add, this box seems to be open, some of the French vanilla. Instant pudding mix. I'm just going to add that directly in. So the pudding in this acts as flavor, but it also gives the cake a nice texture as far as the softness of the cake. And I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of coconut to compensate for the fact that I'm using French vanilla instead of the cream of coconut pudding. So I'm just going to go ahead and just eyeball that. It's about a teaspoon there. Never hurts to have enough coconut flavor. So the recipe calls for that we just go ahead and whip this. So I have my batter mixed, and it's nice and fluffy and airy. I'm going to go ahead and do a cupcake with this batter instead of the 9-inch cake, and that's purely because I'm going to a party tonight. So this cake batter makes about 24 cupcakes, or 2 9-inch layer cakes, and if you know, just kind of like this picture on the box, it would make 2 layers, 2 9-inch layers, but 24 cupcakes. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish this out and put the remaining batter in the rest of these cupcake tins, and I'm going to throw it into the oven, which has been preheating at 350 degrees. So it's ready to go, and we'll check back in about 20 minutes. Okay, I've taken the cupcakes out of the oven. I'm just going to test with this little toothpick to the center of this cupcake. Make sure it comes out dry. There's nothing on there. It took about 18 minutes, so it took a little less time than the 21 to 24 minutes that the recipe box recommends. But with every type of baking, your oven is a different temperature, it's a different environment in wherever you live, so you always want to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to let these cool for about 15 minutes, and in the meantime, we're going to make the frosting. Okay, to make the frosting, we're going to start with the French vanilla mix, and again, in order for us to make this have that coconut flavor, I'm going to add, and I'll eyeball this, about a teaspoon of coconut extract, or coconut imitation coconut, which is this. You can see that bright yellow coloring. We're going to add the crushed pineapple. I'm just going to open this up and add it directly into the pudding mix. And I've already measured out, pre-measured, about 1/3 of a cup of the Bacardi. I'm going to go ahead and add that in here. Whoever came up with this recipe, they weren't joking about the fact that this is a Pina Colada recipe, because the smell of rum in this house right now is tremendous. And one note, when you first open the oven to take a look at the cupcakes, or if you're making a cake, the alcohol from the rum cooks off from those cupcakes. So when you open up the oven, you will get hit by tons of alcohol fumes. So just be aware of that. It surprised me when I went to go check on them the first time. So I'm just going to stir that in there. And this is where I'm going to take the mixer. I'm just going to go ahead and mix that really well. The pineapple and the pudding combination, and it really has a nice sticky texture to it, and this is where the Cool Whip or the whipped topping is going to lighten everything up. So I've defrosted some whipped topping. We're going to use 9 ounces per the recipe, which is about half of this 16-ounce container. And we're going to gently fold in this whipped topping into this pineapple mixture. And folding is just slowly rotate the bowl as I take the ingredients from the bottom to the top. Okay, I've got my handy dandy offset spatula. The cupcakes have cooled. I've put the frosting into the refrigerator, and it's cooled and it's a lot more firm. You could actually put it in the refrigerator for longer to get it a little bit more firm. And I'm just going to smear the top of each cupcake with this frosting, and it's a very loose frosting, so just expect that. And I'm going to top this one with coconut. I'll do the next one. Now I'm not going to top all of the cupcakes with coconut, because some people just don't seem to like shredded coconut. But I'll give some folks the option to have coconut or not to have coconut, and I'll just top this one with coconut as well. And you can see it's just oozing and dripping down the side. I can't wait to taste this. It's been smelling my house up of Pina Colada all day. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this paper and then take a bite. Wow, it tastes like a Pina Colada. The taste of the rum is very evident and strong. And again, I say this isn't a cupcake that you want to serve where there's kids around, because it does look like something that they want to eat, but the rum flavoring in there is really strong. But for more recipes like this, check out foodgizmo.com. We also have a Facebook page. Facebook, you can find us at www.facebook.com/foodgizmo. Go ahead and request a video of a recipe that you want to learn how to cook. We'll try our best to make it for you. Have a good day.